Hey there everybody, how's it going? Nice to see you again. So let's talk about the Goldilocks lens, the Lumix Leica 8 to 18. There you go, 8 to 18, 2.8 to f4 ASF, which is an abbreviation for aspherical, I would assume. And Leica DG Vario Elmerit. So it's a micro four thirds lens, and it I call it the Goldilocks lens. There it is right there with the lens hood. There it is right there with the lens hood reversed. And so build quality is fantastic. The lens is made in Japan, and that's always a plus. So it's internal zoom. It's all metal. It's got the Leica markings on it. Maybe that'll focus. There we go. And yeah, internal zoom. It's all metal and beautifully made. And takes 67 millimeter filters. So the key to this lens is that you have to compare it to what else is available out there. And so you got the Olympus or OM System 9 to 18, which is $650 US right now, which is a lot of money for a cheaply made. It's not the most robust lens in the world, and it's a pretty slow aperture as well. And it's also got that deal where you, not that it's a particularly bad thing, but you got to extend the lens before you can use it. But $650 is steep for what that. I mean, it's a $350 lens that they're charging $650 for. This lens on sale right now is $995 US dollars in the USA. And that's really interesting because 5 or 6 years ago, this lens was $995 in the USA. I think it went on sale a little cheaper than that, but the point being is it really hasn't gone up that much. So yeah, price-wise compared to the 9 to 18, this lens seems inexpensive at $995 for what it is. The 9 to 18 Olympus OM System lens seems expensive for what it is at $650. Just my opinion. And then, of course, you've got the beautiful 7 to 14 2.8 Olympus lens. I don't think they've upgraded it to the OM or changed it over to OM Systems yet. Beautiful lens. Let's take them one at a time. The 9 to 18 is smaller. It's cheaper. It's a cheaper build. It's optically not as good, and you have to extend it to use it. It does take filters. I think it's a 52 millimeter filter thread. It is lighter and smaller. So if ultimate size and weight is a consideration, it's a possibility. I just think that it's expensive at $650 right now. So then let's compare this lens to the 7 to 14 Olympus lens. The 7 to 14, the zoom range isn't, so the difference between 7 and 8 millimeters is huge. So 7 is a lot wider than 8, but 8's wide enough for most things. In full frame, it would be the difference between a 14 millimeter lens and a 16 millimeter lens. The other thing is at 14, it ends at 28 millimeters. So the 7 to 14 is a ultra wide to wide angle lens, whereas this lens goes 8 to 18, which is 16 to 36, so 35. So this is equivalent of a 16 to 35 millimeter. I'll trade the 2 millimeters at the wide end for the ultra wide or wide angle to 35 millimeters is a very useful focal length. So this is the focal range on this seems just a little bit more useful as a general purpose lens. The 7 to 14 seems a more specific wide angle lens. So understand that. The advantage of the 7 to 14, you can use it for astro because it's a 2.8. However, this lens can be used for astro also at 8 millimeter because it's 2.8 to f4. It's a variable aperture, but the 2.8 happens at the wide end, which is where you'd want to shoot your astrophotography. So what else do we have? We have the 8 to 25 Olympus lens. It takes filters. I think they're about the same price. The Olympus lens might be a little more expensive. I don't know. I haven't looked into it too much. I find that the 8 to 25 is less appealing because I feel like there's too much redundancy with the 12 to 40 or 12 to 45. It's like there's just too much overlap there. So if you're going to be running a 12 to 40 or a 12 to 45 Olympus Pro lens, and you're going to be running a 45 to 150 Pro lens, either the F4 or the 2.8, this is kind of the wide angle. This is kind of the holy trinity wide angle with those other two lenses. And in full frame, that's definitely the holy trinity, but even more extended in the sense that it's 16 to 35 and then 24 to 70, 80, and then 80 or 90 to 300 is what it would be in micro four thirds, which is even much wider than the range you would get with a full frame. So yeah, so for me, this is the Goldilocks lens. Also, in the sense that I don't know about the 8 to 25. I've never seen it. I've never had one. I've had the 9 to 18. I've had the 7 to 14. This lens is the right weight, the right size, and it looks huge with the lens hood, but there it is. And remember, most of that is a big barrel over the outside of the lens that you can't see that. But anyway, the lens zooms internally, which is nice because you put a filter over the top, protects the lens, the front element. Beautiful. And the lens hood is professional. It snaps on. It's got a locking button. It's looks pretty robust. It's half metal and half plastic, which is nice. So you get the best of both worlds. The durability of the metal mount with the impact protection of the plastic petals. So yeah, this is a really nice lens. Optically, there's nothing to talk about. It's fantastic. The 7 to 14 might be just a hair better. The 9 to 18 is definitely worse. No idea about the 8 to 25. And so there's my real quick armchair review of the 8 to 18 Lumix. I think a lot of reasons why the OM ambassador, well, I know that the reason why the OM ambassadors push the 7 to 14 so much is they have to be all Olympus lenses to be an OM ambassador. Me not having that restriction, I can pick and choose any M4.3 lenses I want. So my lens of choice is the Lumix 8 to 18, 2.8 to f4, and I pair that with the 12 to 40 f2.8 or the 12 to 45 f4 and the 45 to 150 f4. Beautiful. And there it is. So that's my holy trinity, and that's my Goldilocks wide angle. Hey, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Please subscribe. Small channel. Small channels need all the help they can get. So if you want diversity on YouTube, subscribe to your small channels. Also, consider checking out DxO Photo Lab or DxO Pure Raw. Discount code below. Absolutely love the software. I would push their software even if they weren't giving me a discount code because it's just great software. And then on top of that, please check out my Patreon channel. Great things are happening over there, and I really appreciate it. And thank you to all my Patreon members. It keeps me going, and I appreciate it. All right, we'll see you out there. Have a great one. Bye.
Mm-hmm.